narrative of people. I've said this before on this podcast. I've said it too many times on this podcast. It's been it's been almost a week, but I'm tired of every time I open up that app, everybody is so fucking stupid and confused. Oh, Robert Downey Jr.'s back and ruins the MCU. All of this was for nothing. Oh, the death of Tony Stark and the death of Wolverine is all for nothing. I swear to God, I say this every fucking time. Every fucking time. Every fucking time. Do you read fucking comic books? I swear to God that these people don't read comic books. They just show up at the theaters because superheroes was a thing and they just said, all right, I'm gonna jump on and this is my thing. Oh my God, this thing is a thing. Oh wow. Oh, they killed it. And for everybody to saying, oh, it's desperation, is reeking of desperation. Yeah, there's a lot of things that grab for reeking of desperation, and this is one of them. Yes, it is. The fucking MCU sucked for a couple years. This is a desperation reach. This is something that you just throw out there, you just grab on, and it brings the people back in because it's like, hey, this is somebody famous that we loved and was a great hero. And now he's a bad guy. Wow. And the Russo brothers, they're there too. Wow, I'm going back in. It reeks of desperation of just grabbing the attention. Just like a photo that was out, grabbed the attention of everybody, of Shane McMahon and Tony Khan.
I love how you jump from one thing to another. Like it's always a reason for these. I love that.
So, what did you think of the picture?
I thought they had a meeting. Like we talked about it. I want to say like a month ago, 2 months ago, that
Hmm.
Shane had a possibility of showing up, whatever. So yeah, I really didn't think nothing of it because we talked about it already.
But like, so I'm just like, I don't know if this picture was like intentionally leaked. Like, I swear to God, I feel like this was intentional leaking. Like they did this on purpose.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Like,
I believe that.
because none of me is like, oh, this accidentally somebody took the picture and they just posted it. This feels like it was an intentional leak. I I don't know why. I mean, well, I do know why. It's desperation, contract year. You know, they need it. So, yeah,
I have no doubt that this was like intentionally leaked. 100%.
yeah. So, Bully Ray said that he talked to Shane McMahon, and Shane McMahon said, we were just having a meeting talking about the possibilities. You know, we're both sons of billionaires, and we was just talking about wrestling and stuff. And it's like, come on, dude, we know exactly what this says. It's out there. You don't want everybody to be like, oh yeah, he's definitely coming in. You just want to, just shake the leaves a little bit and see what happens. We know what's going on. It's fine.
Was it saying dip a toe in the water, see how cold it is or hot it is or whatever?
Yeah, it's just checking the temperature. It's like I'm fine with it. I've seen more people, and this happens all the time when people go to AEW that people in AEW legitimately hate it. Now all of a sudden it's like, Shane's not that bad. He was one of the good McMahons. And it's like, what? Like I hate that. I really hate that, but like this time it was way more prevalent than it is before. It's Shane McMahon. Nobody likes his in-ring skills. We like him as a person and as a character on TV. As far as in-ring skills, nobody's like, oh fuck, like I want to see a Shane McMahon match. Now
Yes.
everybody's now everybody's booking a match that like we talked about on the podcast. If he ever came in, we said him versus Darby Allin. I'm like, yeah, no, let them both try to kill each other. One of them's gonna die, and the wrestling world will be happy. Perfectly fine.
More than likely it's gonna be Shane. So
I mean, after Dynamite, I'm not sure if it is gonna be Shane, but let's get into Dynamite because it started out with MJF And the funny part is MJF was wearing this American thing, right? But this American jacket, the night before, fucking Hank had on the same exact jacket. Not even joking. I'm 100% like not even joking. It was the same jacket. I
Fucking
mean,
crazy.
yes, it was crazy. So MJF comes out and starts talking shit with the American belt, which he's doing the exact opposite of what the international belt was, because the international belt was international, but it was only defended in America. So now he's taking an American belt and defending it internationally. He's fighting in CMLL, he's fighting in Rev Pro, he's fighting everywhere. The opposite of what the title was. I was like, this makes no sense.
To be fair, when Pac had it, he did defend it other places. When it wasn't the international, it was called something else. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was before it was called the International. Once it was called the International, it stayed in America and was only defended in America. And then now it's defended outside of America. It's like, I mean, I know people are like, wait, you said it doesn't make sense. It does make sense. No, no, no. It does make sense, but it doesn't make sense to why this story is happening the way it is. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it's just dumb. It's just dumb as hell. Like, it makes perfect sense in a very logical, like, straight up explanation of, oh, MJF is being an asshole. But the dumb thing that I'm talking about is why the international title was only defended in America. That's what I'm talking about. So there you go, people. I had to explain myself.
Like I hope
So,
Will Ospreay wins that shit back immediately, turns it back to the international title, because I don't like this shit at all.
I
At
mean,
all.
so we're going to get into that in a second because Will Ospreay comes out and he basically talks shit to MJF. But in a Fightful report, they were talking about the American title and they said, well, that title isn't going to be around very long, which means Will Ospreay is getting it back at Wimbledon. So,
Okay.
okay. So that's the thing. So Will winds up taking on Lance Archer. And of course, he wasn't going to beat Lance Archer. Will wins. It was a good match. But then after the match, MJF jumps Will. And then Kyle Fletcher comes out and just cuts this great promo about how much he loves Will and he's going to beat the shit out of MJF. And he's always wanted to wrestle in America and he's got everything in America. He found his home, his girlfriend. He found everything in America. Like, good for him.
Right? He's killing Will though, right? We both see that.
No, no, I don't see that. I feel like they're actually going to be a team this time because
Okay.
I feel like this is it. Like it feels like the most obvious thing. Like, oh, he's turning on Will. He's turning on Will. But because it feels like the most obvious thing, I feel like they're not going to do it.
One of those. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Because I feel like this what might happen is he loses to MJF next week, and Don Callis gets pissed off, and Don Callis tries to jump him with the family, and then Will comes out to help
Okay.
him. So, because I don't want to see them fight each other because they already fought each other, and I don't want to see them in a feud. I'd rather them team up and be a thing together.
Get away from the Don Cass family while you're at it too.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I understand. It just like on paper it looks like they're like he's gonna get him. He
exactly.
being Kyle on Will.
Yes. So then we had Jericho celebrating with a cake, and he basically says he got 102 days of having a title, and then he says Shibata's going to take on Brian Keith next week. I'm cool with that. And then they gave the cake to Alex Marvez, and we all thought that he was going to put Alex Marvez through the cake.
Oh my God. I thought I was the only one that thought that. Okay, cool.
Nope, they just gave him the cake, and he just left. and nobody got put through the cake. It was great.
I kind of wanted him to go through the cake though.
Secretly, I did too. So then we had Willow versus Chris Statlander in the championship eliminator match for the CMLL women's title. And Stokely gave Chris a chain and she clotheslined Willow and pinned her 1, 2, 3. So Chris is going to get a shot at that championship.
I liked this match, but it was pointless because it was eliminator. It should have been straight up for the title.
Yeah, it should have been for the title and it should have been with fucking stipulations because they technically hate each other because Chris turned on Willow. Like they need to finish this match. And it's like,
Yeah,
no, they just gave him a regular match and then like next time it's gonna be for the championship. And it's like, oh, okay, cool.
it'd
Like
probably
I
be like Stokely in a cage, or like he's banned from ringside, and you have to like get the chain that was used in this match.
but like after the match she beat her with a chair. So like I feel like they're gonna try to do no disqualification, which is perfectly fine because they should because they hate each other, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll be okay with that. So I mean, that was a thing. Then they start talking about Bryan Danielson, and they played a video package last week with him and Jeff Jarrett. And I mean, it's cool, but what happens later is less cool. So then we
did
have
you see
Bryan
that
Dan.
coming when we before we get there?
Yes,
Because
yes,
I did too. Yes.
yeah. So Bryan Danielson comes out and he talks about being, I think it was like South Carolina or something, and him and Bree took their engagement pictures there, and it was just so cool. And he loves this, and he's getting ready to retire, and he's almost done. And you know what? I think I want to win a championship. And then Swerve comes out, and Swerve says, "You inspired a generation. You even inspired me. It'd be an honor to get in the ring with you, but just know you're not winning the championship." And then Bryan just goes out of the way and just goes, well, you know what? If I don't win that championship, I'm gonna retire. I was like, okay. That's
Weren't you gonna
exactly
do
what
that anyway?
that's exactly what I said. I was like, okay, aren't you already gonna do that? But apparently now it's career versus title. And also, as of recording this, Bryan Danielson is no longer under contract for AEW.
So not that he would do it, but like if he really wanted to, he can appear on SmackDown tomorrow, right?
He could, like, he definitely could, but he's not gonna do it because he loves AEW and he loves being here. He said it so many times, but I really do think it was really, really dumb of them to put title versus career. And I know a lot of people was like, no, 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 like it wasn't dumb. Like now you don't know who's gonna win. First off, we technically didn't know who was gonna win in the beginning. Like it wasn't no like just straight up, oh now like now the Bryan Danielson has to win. Yes, like now with the career on the line, he has to win. Like we have a clear winner now. Like before it was like we don't know who's gonna win because Bryan could win the title or he could just retire. It was like one of the two can happen. Now it's like there's no way he's fucking losing now.
Basically,
Cause like
like it's predictable now.
yeah, like he's going to win the title. He's going to keep it to their fucking pay-per-view they have in Seattle because they're both from Seattle. They're going to wrestle in Seattle, and Swerve's going to take the title back.
Yeah,
And that's how that works. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I guess Bryan will probably say once he wins the title, as soon as I lose the title, that'll be my last match. He's going to wrestle in Seattle at Wrestle Dream, lose the title to Swerve. Swerve gets his big win, in his city. Bryan Danielson retires in his city. Everything is fine. You close the book on the chapter, and then he just wrestles whenever the fuck he feels like.
Because he's not retired. He's basically just slowing down. Like he's not gonna do it as much. He'll be like a Undertaker, for instance.
Yes, and that's what's going to happen. So that's a spoiler for Wimbledon. All right, and then he goes in the back and he bumps into Jeff Jarrett and says, Jeff Jarrett says, "That's there you are. That's what I wanted to see." Bryan Danielson says, "Screw all that. Next week is gonna be me versus you." It's like, yeah,
I didn't care for that. I didn't care for that at all.
me neither. But like, we saw it coming, so I was like, okay, all right, that was funny.
Like, is Bryan a tweener now? Because clearly Jarrett's a face.
No, 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 no. So Bryan is a whatever the fuck he is, just like Swerve is now a heel because he told Bryan to go home to his kids, and it's like, okay, everybody's just whatever the fuck they are, whenever the fuck they are. It's AEW, no heels and faces, everybody just in between. That's it.
Whatever, basically.
Yeah. So then we had a six-person match, the conglomeration versus Rush, Black Taurus, and Roderick Strong. So Rush, no, was it Rush or was it Taurus? It was
Single
Taurus.
titles.
Taurus pinned Mark Briscoe, so apparently he's getting a Ring of Honor world title match, probably.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, I would be too if Ring of Honor was actually a thing that people gave a shit about, but
This is true.
they don't give a shit about that. So hey, it is what it is.
Side note, did you see their backstage thing where like they was talking to three, no, all of them or whatever, the combination. They don't even know what the fuck the word means.
I mean, with everybody in that crew, I would expect so. I would expect so. So yeah, that was a thing. Then we had the acclaimed, and the acclaim says, "Hey, we're in the city of FTR. Where are you guys? You guys aren't here. You know what? Screw you guys. On Collision, it's gonna be us versus you." You're like, oh, okay.
Like I don't care about them anymore.
Yeah, we know that it's going to the fucking three-way at the pay-per-view. I guess this is how they get here, but okay. But sure.
Yeah,
All right. It is what it is. Like I'm not sold on it because like I don't really care because the Young Bucks are in it. That's why. I don't care because the Young Bucks are in it, and they're probably more than likely are going to be the ones that win.
true, true. And I don't like heel acclaim either. So
That too. So then we had a Mariah May promo where she's talking to Renee Paquette, and she's talking about how she skinned Tony and wore her skin.
I was like, fucking damn.
Yes, I I was at a loss for words in a good way. And then she told her to leave. And so as the promo is fading out, you just hear Tony yelling Mariah, and she's on stage and she has a shoe and she's pissed off, and she says they always say find what you love and let it kill you. And she says, I'm going to kill you. I was like, okay, cool.
This is gonna be a hell of a fucking match.
Yes. So then we have Mercedes Monet come out, and she comes out with Camille. And Camille just beats up this local talent, just beats the hell out of her, fucks her up. And Mercedes comes in and cuts a promo on Britt Baker, and she basically tells Britt Baker she's gonna face Camille before the championship match. And Mercedes said, what did she call him? Mercedes Inc. or Monet Inc. One of the two?
Monet Inc.
Yes. It was like,
Pretty
oh,
sure of that.
I'm like, okay, well, that's just leading to my theory of her adding more people to her crew.
Yeah,
So yeah, that I'm okay with that. So then we had the main event, and it was Hangman Page versus Darby Allin, and Hangman proceeded to fuck Darby Allin up. Like,
badly.
like he fucked him up. Like there was a point where he put the fucking steps, and he gave him a fallaway slam on the steps. And if you watch it, Darby does not go right in between the steps, but the back is like, oh my God, he did a Darby did a fucking coffin drop off the stage and missed. It was so much, and this is like, Darby's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Perfect match between him and Shane McMahon.
Yeah, it is just so bad. Like, but Darby wound up winning. He beat Hangman, and after the match, Hangman was pissed. Like, I don't know why. Like, you lost, but he was pissed.
He's like like step further from getting back at Swerve. That's probably why.
Yeah, and but the thing is, this wasn't for the winner gets a title match. That wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
This was
but then you know they had their on again, off again ranking system, which God knows if it counts now or doesn't or whatever, you know. So if it does count, that's a setback. It puts them back, you know.
yeah, but he definitely was always gonna like. I just hate the fact that he was like, I'm so angry, I want to fight him. And I was like, okay, all
On the
right,
plus side, he's gonna fuck Darby up next week. Like he's gonna catch him.
mm-hmm, yeah, and I'm okay with that because here's the thing: we're gonna get Swerve losing a title, and then Swerve is gonna be without nothing. So I guess we could go back to him versus Hangman, just fucking around.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I mean that's a thing could happen. But holy shit, like this was the weird part was like this was such a nothing episode of Dynamite.
Funny part, I kind of liked it, but like the side segments or whatever, like the promos and all that was bullshit. Matches were good to me.
You know what's very weird? Like every time I'm like, I enjoy the Dynamite, you're like, I didn't like it. When I didn't enjoy Dynamite, you're like, I liked it.
It happens sometimes. Sometimes we agree.
Yeah, like, but on Dynamites, we're just like clearly apart by two sides. It's like either one likes it, the other one doesn't. It just never, we're both like, yes, this was a great episode.
Yeah. But like I said, I didn't like the promos. Like as soon as I seen MJF in the beginning, it kind of ruined it for me.
I mean,
But the
MJF,
match right after that was great.
yeah, but MJF ruined everything.
Good, true, true.
But yeah, that was just not a good episode. I felt like I came out of that just feeling like, eh.
Like whatever.
Yeah, but like the good thing about it is like the pay-per-view isn't for like weeks from now. It's like 4 weeks from now. So they have time to like heat things up. But this just felt like, yeah, just a nothing episode. Just a filler.
Okay.
All right, so that was Dynamite. Let's talk about NXT. Ash started out so weird. Dude, what the
Mhm.
fuck? Why? Why did it start out this way? It was
I,
so weird.
I don't know. And at least it wasn't one of those weird beach segment things that they always do. Like,
I would have I would have preferred that over these two, Tank and Hank, acting like Mission Impossible into the arena
and when were they announced as the host?
last week. Like right at the end, they were announced as the hosts.
Oh shit. Okay.
So then you had everybody come into the arena, and then we started off with the women's tag team title match, Metaphor versus the Unholy Union.
Surprised they haven't dropped that name yet.
I'm surprised too, but how did you like this match?
Metaphor, like, is improving like really heavily. Like, we praise Last Legend a lot,
Hmm.
but Miss Jackson, like, she's real good too.
Yeah, they
And
did.
of
They
course the champions, they're good. So
yeah, they did real good. And Isla Dawn is she's having too much fun. Like she's having way too much fun.
yeah, like that's the only reason I like it, because like I kind of preferred the old gimmick, but as long as they're happy, they're having fun, it's all good. Like you can see it in them. And Alba too. You can see
Oh
she's
yeah,
having fun too.
oh yeah, definitely. So after the match, Ego comes out
Ego.
and he steps in the ring, and Oro's there, and he just keeps talking shit to Oro. Oro takes him down, and Lash Legend and Jakara, one, two, three. This is the ninth time Oro has pinned Ego.
Does that count as two? Since it was two falls at once?
No, it's one fall. But god damn it, like he just can't keep like he just keeps getting pinned and next week Oro's not pinning Ego.
He may, but then like it might be some fuckery where he doesn't get the title. Like, like Ethan cheated, tried to cheat with the referee,
Yeah.
like was down or whatever, but Oro caught him, and then he wanted him cheating his damn self. Another referee steps in, and that type of shit.
Okay. So then we have a backstage thing with Cedric Alexander and he's talking and Sean Spears is there trying to warm up his guys and say, "Hey guys, I want you to follow me." And Cedric's like, "Dude, nobody's gonna follow you." And then out of nowhere, here comes Jensen, who's angry and tries to defend Sean Spears. And Sean basically says, "Okay, Jensen, you should have a match with Cedric Alexander later." He's like, "You know what? I'm gonna do it."
Because Cedric said something to the effect of, "Yo, whoever follows you is a dumbass." So like he wasn't necessarily defending Sean, but like the
Hmm.
fact that he's following Sean, he was like, "Oh, so you calling me a dumbass? Fuck you! I'm gonna kick your ass."
And later on, like something funny happens with that situation and it cracks me up. So then we have Tavion Heights and the Don both getting interviewed by Tank and Hank in separate locker rooms. And this is like the first time that they have actually said that Tony D'Angelo used to be a wrestler.
Like collegiate
Yeah, a collegiate wrestler. And I
college.
was like, I think they said college.
Oh, okay, how shocked are you about that? Because I kind of was.
That's the funny part. Like I knew about it, they just never brought it up. Like that was something like I had remembered from like when he first got signed. Was like, oh, but then they never brought it up and just like totally no sold it. I was like, oh, okay. So we're just gonna act like he's just a normal human.
Well, My boss, even.
Yeah. So then we had something that baffled me. It baffled the fuck out of me because shouldn't have even been on a show. It was a Pete Dunne promo that literally said everything that we both have said on this podcast about Pete Dunne and why he's angry, but they put it on NXT instead of on Raw.
I was kind of mad about that, to be honest.
Me too. I was pissed. It's like, why don't you just put this on Raw? Like this should be his Raw thing. And it's like, nah, we're gonna put it on NXT. It's like, okay. it,
I was gonna
it
say
pissed me off.
it's not like Sheamus is gonna show up on fucking NXT, but now that I said that, he probably will.
Exactly. So then we had Tavion Heights versus the Don in a Heritage Cup match. So Tavion gets the first fall, then the Don gets the second fall. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, from out of the fucking stands, literally out of the stands, Ren Sinclair comes up and slaps the shit out of Tavion Heights. Dude.
They caught me off guard, like what the fuck? That's actually how
Right.
he won the first fall, cause of her.
Oh, it was the first. It was the second fall, you mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
but she slapped him around, and then they started arguing, and Tavion's like, guys, like I need help, and they're just arguing with Ren, and Tavion gets fucked up by the Don, and he loses.
So in a way, it's like she helped, but in another way, she fucked him over.
Right. She 100% has to join this team because like she brings comedy to them, but like she definitely has to join the team.
Yeah. It's just a matter of them accepting her.
Oh, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. It's gonna be funny. So then we have Jensen versus Cedric Alexander. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, Cedric's gonna lose because of the story. Uh-uh. Cedric won.
Like, what the hell? Like, I love Cedric, but like, that kind of didn't make no sense. I'm happy for him that he won, but it kind of didn't make sense.
It does make sense because after the match, like Sean Spears was looking at Jensen like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, you kind of suck. But yeah, that was a thing.
Crazy.
Then we had something that I know you liked. It was a Javon Evans promo.
Bouncy.
This was so good because and I the only reason I'm mad at this is like I'm mad at this because this should have been his promo months ago, but this promo here was like it's perfect. Like now it's like I want him to win a title. Like I want him to win a title. I've been saying that before, but like now I want him to win a title more because he basically talked about how he was in love with wrestling and how he's like Jeff Hardy is his favorite wrestler and all of this stuff about Shawn Michaels, like and Undertaker was a great match and John Cena was his favorite. like I I just felt like so like oh my god this dude fucking loves wrestling and he became a wrestler and he's finally here. Like yeah, he has to win a title.
My favorite part was like, oh, I got in trouble in like junior high, high school. I forget exactly what he said. And I'm
Hmm.
thinking in my head, oh, that wasn't not too long ago. Of course you
Right?
remember that. Like, you're the young OG. You're still a kid by all intents and purposes. No disrespect.
Exactly. So then we had something with Joe Hendry. He was in the back and he's getting ready for his performance. And he's talking to these girls. And he walks by the girls and says, I hope you enjoy my performance. He walks by them. Then here comes Shanti Diodanis, and he's like, "Ladies, you want to go watch the concert with me?" And it's like he can't keep getting away with this. Like this is week two. He can't keep getting away with this. This ain't right.
Who knew that he like when they first did Hit Row, he was gonna be a fucking star.
Not me.
Do you
So
remember his gimmick before this?
yeah, he
Like
was an
he was like
army
an
dude.
army guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So then we had something that I wanted. I wasn't sure we would get. We talked about it on this podcast. We wasn't sure it would happen. We're like, no, there's no way that'll happen. Nope, it happened. It definitely happened. We got the treehouse on NXT.
How about that? And apparently, according to them, it's the same treehouse.
Yes, because it could go through space and time.
And Wesley didn't understand a damn word of what he said.
He never does. Like every time, he just never figures out what's going on until the end. He's like, oh,
Question.
like, yes,
And like it's a I guess you could call it a Marvel kind of question because it has to do with space and time.
yes.
Do you think they're gonna turn into their alter egos, especially Zachary Wentz and Wes Lee? Is Wes Lee gonna be Desmond Xavier, I believe his name was?
Hmm.
And is Zachary Wentz gonna turn into Nash Carter eventually?
That would be great if next week they come out for their tag match and they just switch up. That would be awesome. So then after that, we have the Joe Hendry concert. And it was funny because he's sitting in the ring and the nameplate pops up and it's the TNA nameplate. Like, what the fuck?
How did they get that?
I don't know, but like this crossover is so weird. Like it's so weird because it's like there's like no boundaries. Like I know people that's like, no, 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 they just keep coming to NXT. You know, NXT people keep going over there too, and it's like no boundaries. Because now Jordan Grace next week is gonna have another open challenge, and people are like, "Up, oh, there's gonna be somebody from NXT." It's
I'm currently watching it, and they're preparing for a match, a six-man tag. It's the Rascals, including Wesley from NXT, against Kushida, um, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Trent Seven.
yes,
So there you go.
yeah. Like I said, it goes both ways, and I love how Dave Meltzer spinned it because Moose and everyone said, "Yeah, this WWE TNA thing is way better than the AEW one." And Meltzer says, well, when they had Kenny Omega on there, they drew the highest ratings. They did this, they did that. He's like, so what you're saying is just basically bullshit. And it's like, you do know that their ratings are higher now because every week people are anticipating NXT people coming. And they sold out Slammiversary, which they wasn't going to sell out, but they sold out because they had NXT talent on there and the just the opposite of NXT being on the TV.
Yes.
And it's so weird how like he's just like, no, 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 that doesn't work. It's like, no, 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 it is working. Like Joe Hendry is way more over now by being on NXT television. And he's like the guy on TNA.
Like, can somebody explain to me why we still have stock in what this man says? Like, he obviously is like biased. He obviously half the time doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Why do we even care? And by we, I mean the general public, not just this podcast.
The funny part is like someone actually said the same exact thing, and then somebody's counter argument was like, well, you're talking about him, so that must mean he's relevant. See, here's the thing is, he's been so ingrained in the wrestling culture. He's like one of the journalists who has all of the knowledge of all of the old stuff and all of the knowledge of this. And people take his words for fact because for years and years and years, he's been the person who's been reporting all the spoilers, reporting on everything, and seeing where everything is going. He knows what's going on. He was that guy for all of these years.
Yeah.
But the fact is, because like you know how like even this almost makes me throw up just saying his fucking name. You know how like Hulk Hogan, like he's so ingrained in the wrestling culture that like even though people just hate him and want to get rid of him and want him out of here, he's so ingrained in the wrestling culture that it doesn't matter. He's just a part of it. Like there's no reason for him to be there. He's just still part of the wrestling culture. Just like Meltzer, like he's still part of the wrestling culture because of his knowledge of the past. And like now he's when it comes to scoops, he's getting outflanked by Fightful, Sean Ross Sapp, and PW Insider. Even fucking Twitter, like people on Twitter fucking know shit before shit is going down. And it's out scooping Meltzer, where Meltzer is literally just going on his podcast going, oh, this is happening. And it's literally moments later after it drops, it's getting debunked because people on Twitter is just pulling up actual facts and going, nope, this is this, this is this, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. But like if you ask him something about the past, he's like, oh, this happened here and this person pinned this person in this year, blah blah blah, and this person has this championship, and it'll be factually correct. And you're like, yes. Current stuff is like, nah, you don't got it anymore. But he clings to the fact of being a wrestling historian that he has the cachet to be, hey, I'm the guy. You guys should listen to me. And when I say something, it should hold weight. When we're all like, it doesn't hold weight anymore. There's more better sources than you. You are just a guy now.
Well, he's a historian, not really what you call it, a journalist per se.
Yes, like he does have the journalistic backgrounds, but he comes up short in a lot of stuff that he reports. And like he also one of the things that pisses me off is him and Alvarez now have this whole new thing where they're like, if you disagree with us, we think that you're dumbasses. And it's like you don't understand that you look so idiotic by saying that because when the people are disagreeing with you, I know there's a lot of disingenuous people, but there's a lot of people who actually are people who are like, guys, whatever you're saying is wrong. Like this thing that you just said is wrong. Like here's the facts to back it up, and you're just like, nope, that's not true. Like I don't know where you're getting your information from. And it's like, no, we have another source that's like literally telling us what's going on, and that's what pisses me off because it's like they're trying to cultivate their echo chamber to be more closer because their echo chamber is slightly opening up where people is going like, hey, you know what? There's other people who know stuff. Hey, you're reporting something wrong. You're saying this wrong. Blah 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 blah, and that's a thing. But moving on from him back to the show, Joe Hendry gets attacked by Gallus, and the thing that made me laugh about it was they were attacking Joe Hendry and they literally were just having like the lightest punches. They were literally just like punching them really lightly, like, uh. It's like, guys, I know you guys are friends, but fuck him up and make it look like a real beatdown.
Yeah, because they go way back.
Yes. And it was funny to me. So then we had Roxanne talking to Hank and Take, and Jada Parker walked by Roxanne and told her that, yeah, you know that you might not keep that title. And Roxanne was like, what? Like, get out of here. So that's basically setting up a Jada Parker maybe challenging Roxanne.
Okay with it.
Me too. So then we had Ego sign the contract with Oro, and it's official next week.
Yay.
I was kind of surprised they didn't do it in the ring.
What, beat each other's ass?
No, sign a contract in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
So then we saw Jada Parker versus Kendall Gray. Now, this is the first time I'm seeing Kendall Gray in the ring because other than that is always Carly Bright. And Kendall Gray is on the outside suplexing Miles Bourne. But Kendall Gray is kind of good. She's kind of good.
Yeah, but like, she need to chill with fucking Miles. Like, she got a personal vendetta against him.
Dude, like, it's so funny because, like, every time she bumps into him, she fucking suplexes the shit out of him because she suplexed him in this match, which cost her the match. But she suplexed the fucking shit out of him. And like at that moment when she came back in the ring and she like underhook suplex Jada Parker, I was like, you know what? This girl kind of got something. So yeah, I'm expecting her to be something special eventually.
Yeah.
So then we had Ridge hyping up Thea, and he basically said, "You're gonna win by any means necessary." And Chase, she was like, "Wait, by any means necessary?" He's like, "Yeah, by any means necessary." And it was like, okay, cool.
Like, are they not okay with being healed? Like, what the fuck?
They're not now, but I think they will be.
Like, I think she would have won if she would have done some healing tactics.
Yes. So then we had LWO talking to Axiom, and they were speaking Spanish, which threw me off. And I know you're like, wait, why? Because Axiom is from Spain, and I know you're like, oh, Spain people speak Spanish. I'm not sure about that.
It's a different dialect.
That's
Now,
what I mean. Like, it's
here's
not
what
this.
throws me off.
Uh-huh.
Fucking Joaquin Wild, he is like descended from the Philippines. I don't know where he like actually from, but he's Filipino.
Yes.
That's not Spanish.
That that's also actually factually wrong because there are a few Filipino people that I know that speak Spanish. Like they're the more Spanish Asian Filipinos because they speak more Spanish and it's like, oh, that that's different. So like that's why it didn't fuck me up that he was speaking Spanish.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, Mr. Stone and whoo, Stevie Turner walk up and they have a contract and they give it to Axiom and Nathan Fraser standing right there and Axiom signs it and it's the tag team title match for next week. And Nathan Fraser's like, dude, he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, come on, calm down. We got this.
They're definitely losing, aren't they?
Oh, they're definitely losing and we're gonna see something special happen.
Yeah, because they said it in Treehouse. They was like, dude, what if we win it and we could defend the titles in two different companies? We actually said that on the fucking podcast too.
Yes, and it's
Now, because
gonna
of that,
happen.
I want them to win the TNA tag team titles too.
I believe that they're gonna win both sets of titles. So then we had the Future Showcase because it was a six-woman tag title. Lola Vice, Kamra Petrovic, and Sol Ruka versus Jasmine Nix, JC Jane, and Fallon Henley.
The bad are the rookies or non-rookies or whatever it is, because someone's pissed off about being a rookie.
But the
Booker
thing
T said it.
is, the thing is, like, none of them are like really rookies except Kamra Petrovic, because like her and Lola are like the newest and Jasmine Nix. but they're on two different teams.
Yeah, that's what
And
makes it weird.
yeah, but the weird part is like they had one hell of a match though. It wasn't
Yeah,
like just like no, it was a good match, a really good match.
I said Booker T. Did they mention the fact that they were rookies? I wouldn't
Hmm.
think about it.
Right? So Toxic 4.0 got the win, and yeah, that was that.
Is Fallon their leader? Because I could have sworn they were JC, but it feels like it's Fallon now.
No, no, it's JC. JC's still the leader.
Okay.
So then we had a Tatum Paxley and Kalani Jordan. And Tatum wants the title, and Kalani's like, no, I'm not gonna play with you for the title. And then Wendy Chu was behind her. And she's like, ew, what are you looking at? And so is it me or is she slowly going heel?
Oh, Kalani?
Yes.
Yes, yes. I noticed that like a few weeks ago, actually.
Cause this kind of feels weird. It's like, what the fuck? Like it's just something about her and the way she's talking is like, you're definitely a heel.
Yeah, like they have a match, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Tatum
Yes,
and
yes,
Kalani.
they officially announced that they're gonna have a match next week.
So my theory is Tatum's gonna come really close and whatever, right?
Hmm.
And I mean, all good, like, cause she's supposed to be the heel, but you figured like she's not gonna cheat at all, but come real close. And then ref bump, Kalani's gonna cheat. Watch.
Oh yeah, 100%. Kalani's gonna cheat and she's gonna keep the title. Like
Yeah,
as much as I want Tatum to win, Kalani's gonna cheat.
yeah. However,
Hmm.
like we see in the background, Wendy's gonna come out at the end of that in behalf of fucking Tatum, because I guess they're friends now, and
Hmm.
she's gonna go for the title next.
Yep. So then we had the main event, which was Thea Hale versus Roxanne Perez, and this match was awesome.
Awesome.
And Roxy wound up winning. And the whole time I'm thinking, all right, somebody's going to challenge Roxy. Somebody's going to come out and challenge Roxy, right? Someone's challenging Roxy, right? No, the show just went off the air with Roxy just holding the title.
Like with all the shit she's talking about, with all the people showing up, fucking Julia, uh, I don't know if she mentioned Delta yet, but Stephanie Valkyr, I mean, people like that, you would have assumed they would have showed up.
That's what I was assuming too. I'm like, all right, they're going to show up, right? They're showing up. Because I was waiting. I was like, all right, they're going to do the swerve where they're going to show the little corner thingy, right? They're going to show the corner thingy, and she's gonna pop up, right? Right? No, the show just went off the air.
They ain't gonna do it when you're ready for it. That's the thing.
But that's the thing, I'm always ready for it.
Like the punk one, oh, they ain't gonna do it. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was okay. That one was a little different, okay.
Well, years ago, the Tommaso Ciampa one.
Okay, that was the first one, so that was a different one.
Gunther showing up, Walter, whatever.
Oh no, that one was 100%. I know that was gonna happen. But yeah, like this was a great show. And now it's time to go to Monday Night Raw on the way to SummerSlam.
Yes, sir.
So Raw was a thing.
Say a show, like you like to say.
Yeah, it was a show. because it showed everybody coming to the building, and then Seth Rollins came out with a referee shirt on, and he came out and he walked to the ring, and he sat there, and he called out the other two guys, and they talked.
Funny part, that referee shirt, like, I seen a lot of people say like how weird it was. It's gonna be even weirder on the fucking pay per view. That ain't
Oh, it's
shit.
gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be way weirder. So I saw a couple people that were not excited about this CM Punk Drew promo this week.
Okay,
How do you feel about it?
it was good, especially the part where they can't touch each other, or the match
Hmm.
is over, or they can't touch Seth either. Because like I thought they was gonna hit Seth, but since they added it, I'm like, oh, okay, can't touch you either. And then the end, like, oh, you a fucking asshole.
Yeah, because they went back and forth, talking shit to each other, talking shit to Seth. But then Punk and Drew got face to face, and Drew had the bracelet. Drew had the bracelet that he stole from Punk all those months ago.
Am I the only one that thought like Punk got it back somewhere down the line? Because that's where he got it back.
Oh no, no, no. He never got it back.
Oh,
So then we go to the back, and the Judgment Day whole entire room is messed up. Maybe, maybe. It was all fucked up. Even the PlayStation was fucked up. But there was one thing that was untouched,
uh-huh.
and that was Finn's stuff was untouched. Hmm.
Yep, I noticed that too.
Mm. So that was a thing. So the rest of the Judgment Day came in, and Rhea came in. Not gonna comment on what she was wearing. Not gonna comment. So she told everybody, we need to fix this, and Dom, you need to go find Liv, and all of this stuff needs to happen. Okay.
Like, why does Dom have to do anything with her anymore? Like, fuck it, let
I
Rhea kill
mean,
her.
I guess it was his problem. I guess. I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But this is definitely going to play out at SummerSlam. This is going to play out just how we think it is, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun. So then we have Priest come in the room, and Priest is like, yo, guys, we need to get our shit together. Finn, I'm glad you're going to face Gunther later on, but, you know, I could take care of him. He's like, yeah, no, no, I want to weaken him for you. Like, all right, cool.
They kind
So,
of like
yeah.
fought there a little bit because like they wanted to go out there with him, and
Hmm.
he was like, "I got this." We're like, "What? Y'all don't trust me?" Like, no, no, it's not that. So it's dissension between Finn and Rhea now.
Yeah, because like they wanted to make sure that they soften up Gunther, but he wants to prove that he's worthy enough.
Yeah,
So then we had the Creed brothers versus the former Alpha Academy. And they mentioned on commentary, they said the Creed brothers had a great weekend, a great showing at Bloodsport. I was like, the fuck, they mentioned Bloodsport?
that threw me off.
Yeah. So the Creed brothers beat Alpha Academy. And then after the match, Gable was like, Otis, I want you back. He's like, no, 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 we're not doing this. And Maxine came in And Maxine slapped the shit out of Gable. And just as they're about to fuck her up, the Wyatts show up.
Yep.
And Nikki Cross jumped on Chad Gable. And Rowan, Joe Gacy, and Dexter Loomis show up. And they beat the shit out of the Creeds.
I love Dexter Loomis's new look.
You just like his hair.
No, I like the whole thing in general. He reminds me of Rob Zombie.
That's exactly who people are saying he modeled his look after, because that's exactly who he looks like too.
Yeah,
But yeah, he has long hair now.
long
It
hair,
fucked.
braids, and he has like
It
kind of face paint, X on his head.
hmm it fucked everybody up because everybody didn't expect that. And then Chad tried to run, and he ran into Uncle Howdy, and he ran off.
So,
So I
what,
mean,
Audi versus Gable eventually?
eventually, but next week it's a six-person match.
Yeah.
So then we had Sheamus versus Big Bronson Reed. And he's wrestling Bronson Reed. The ref gets distracted, and then Pete Dunne hits Sheamus with a shillelagh, and Sheamus goes down, and Bronson Reed pins him.
So, Shillelagh in a pole match, right? Right.
Maybe, maybe, but I kind of want to see where this is going
Same.
because next week is going to be Sheamus versus Pete Dunne. So I want to see where this goes.
Some type of weird three-way.
I hope it's more of a just they beat the shit out of Sheamus and they're just trying to do something new.
Yeah.
So then they had this really cool Braun Breaker video package talking about how he's going to kill Sami on Saturday and he's going to win the IC title. After this package, I was like, yeah, they're definitely giving him the title. He's definitely winning.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So Jey Uso wrestles Carlito. And so this has nothing to do with Jey Uso, but somebody posted an Instagram pic and they said they were in Cleveland, Ohio, right before SummerSlam, and it was kind of odd because I don't know any indie shows is going to be around SummerSlam. They didn't announce any indie show. GCW didn't announce the show. So, could someone explain to me why Zilla Fatu is in Cleveland?
Oh, he's next Bloodline member.
Okay, good, because that's what I was thinking. Because he doesn't have any right to be there, so it's like, all right, he's part of the bloodline. We'll see what happens.
My question is, if he's a member of the Bloodline, where does Tala fall in?
You never said which bloodline he's part of.
Oh, I think he's gonna be in solos because Romans is not back yet. Yet.
So Jey Uso beats Carlito, and then Jay did something that was really funny because Carlito had an apple and he speared him and he spit the apple. But then after Jay beat Carlito, he ate the apple.
Old vid.
So then we have Zelina Vega. And Zelina Vega is in the back. And she's talking about her arm. And then she gets attacked by Shayna Baszler and her crew. And they fuck up her arm. So now they took out Zelina Vega. She's out of here.
Yep.
I don't get it. I don't like I get why they're trying to be dominant, but why Zelina Vega? She did nothing to nobody. She just existed and they're like, nope, we're gonna break your arm.
I think she was gonna like leave anyway, cause like I think she probably has like a legit like arm injury. So this is just
Hmm.
excuse to take her off television. So,
Okay.
you'll visually see that shit and you think, oh, it was them, but she was injured prior. At least that's my theory.
Okay. So then we get the TikTok Toxic Tag Team checking on her. They're like, all right, are you all right? And she's like, yeah, go out there and win one for me. Okay.
Sure
So,
did.
and then we see The Miz, and The Miz finds out that he's the host of SummerSlam, and R-Truth does comedy with him and makes jokes. Okay. So then we had Xavier Woods versus Karrion Cross. And I want this to be over because Karrion Cross was talking shit and pissed off Xavier Woods, and Xavier Woods goes after Karrion Cross. And for a second there, you're like, oh my God, Xavier Woods is going to win. And then he loses to Karrion Cross. Can
This
this
man
be
wearing
over?
facial hair.
He just looks. Can this be over? I just want this to be over. So then they show something that once again proves some weird thing that Triple H has over everybody. Because Jesse Ventura came back to a show in WWE, which he said he would never go back to or never be involved with. Jesse Ventura came to WWE Monday Night Raw and he met with Triple H. And then he took a picture with CM Punk and said, I guess hell is frozen over twice. I don't know what the fuck Triple H has, but he needs to stop doing stuff like this.
Magic.
Probably. Because, like, holy shit, like, this is like the third or fourth time he didn't grab somebody who's like, I'm never coming back to WWE. I'm never doing anything with WWE. Triple H talked to him. Hey, I'm so glad to be back in WWE. It's like, what did you like? You don't even have Vince magic because Vince couldn't even get these people back. What do you have?
John fucking Levesque. John Paul fucking Levesque.
I, I guess so. So then we had Liv, and she's burning all of her Dominic Mysterio stuff, and she's sad it's over because Dominic broke her heart, and this Saturday she's gonna beat Rhea, and she's gonna break his heart. It's like, mm, I see what it's going. I see.
Yeah.
So speaking of Dom, he had a one-on-one with Samuel Zayn, and of course Samuel Zayn won, but Sami was going to get speared because Braun Breaker after the match was like, "Ah, fuck this, I'm gonna kill Sami." He was going to spear him, but Sami moved out of the way and put Braun Breaker on his ass. So, you know, you know exactly what that means. Go home, man.
He's learning.
So then we had a Dexter Loomis promo with Uncle Howdy. He basically said that, you know, people are forgotten, but we're gonna make you guys remember. And then we set up the three-way for, I mean, the six-person for next week, the Wyatt Six versus the Gable Academy.
I like that. Gable Academy.
So then we had the TikTok Toxic Tag Team come to the ring because they were going to be facing Sonya Deville and her crew. Like, this is week number 4 or 5, and they still don't have a fucking name.
Well, they'll probably have a name next week.
Hopefully. So Rhea cuts a promo on how she's gonna beat Liv, and then Sonya and her crew wind up beating the TikTok Toxic Tag Team.
Yep.
Because at one point it actually looked like the TikTok Toxic Tag Team in Lyra Valkyria was gonna win, but yeah, they shut that shit down real quick.
Yeah. They did real good in the match.
Yes, and then the Black Lotus showed up. And I know people are like, why does that sound familiar? You know why? Because they're basically their Lucha Underground versions. Like Kari and Io were in Lucha Underground and they were part of the Black Lotus tribe. And now they acquired Dakota Kai.
Okay. Because like they dressed in
Yeah,
all black, and
because
that's why that's what that was.
dude, it was the exact same thing. Like they used to dress in black leather and it was the same exact thing. And
Okay.
like I saw it and I was like, oh. And it didn't register to like someone posted the picture on Twitter. I was like, wait, that's the same. This is the same exact thing. They're the Black Lotus tribe in WWE. Okay, that's cool.
Awesome.
So I don't know if you've been noticing this, but they've been doing this thing on Raw and SmackDown and NXT where on the bottom of the screen throughout the night, they'll tell you who won and lost matches.
No, I didn't notice that. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yet the funny thing is, they've been doing this for like 3 weeks, and like the first 2 weeks, I'm like, "Huh, that's kind of weird." But and then like every time we do the podcast, I'll totally forget to mention it. But this time, like I remembered because like I saw it, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like that's right. I haven't talked about this on the podcast. But yeah, this has been a thing like for 3 weeks.
It's kind of cool.
So yeah,
Makes it feel more
so
sports-esque.
hmm so we get to the main event. In the main event is Gunther versus Finn Balor. The match we were supposed to have, but COVID happened. Uh, so now we got it. And
Jesus.
it was, yeah, it was a really good match. And Gunther won because he had to. And we go on to the pay-per-view.
Finn got murdered.
Yes. But he held his own for a while, though. He did hold his
Yeah.
own. So since we're going to record after SummerSlam, we're going to do predictions.
All right.
So, LA Knight versus Logan Paul for the US title. Who do you have?
Yeah. LA Knight. It's finally his time.
Yes, LA Knight needs to win the US title. No longer Logan Paul with the US title.
Yes.
I I don't want him to have the title anymore. So, yep, I'm going with LA Knight. Then we have Samuel Zayn versus Bron Breakker for the IC title. Who you got?
Of course, Braun Breaker. So he's gonna break him. Literally.
Same, same. So then we have Bailey versus Nia Jax. Who you got here?
Bailey, but then it's Tiffy time.
I'm gonna say Bailey, but I don't think Tiffy's gonna cash in right away. Like it feels like it would be perfect, but I don't think she's gonna cash it.
You know what I mean? Like Nia could like really wreck her and then like
No,
win.
I I I know it would be perfect, but I feel like they might let her hold the briefcase a little long.
Yeah, true, true.
So then we have Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Who do you
Unfortunately,
have?
Liv. I want mommy to win, but it's gonna be Liv.
I always want Liv on top. So I hope she wins, which I think she's gonna win. With the help of Dom.
I was just about to say we agree it's gonna be a ton of fuckery, right?
Yep. So Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk with Seth Rollins as a special referee. Who do you think is winning this one?
Drew because of Seth.
Same. And this is going to lead right in the Hell in a Cell.
Yes.
So then we have Damian Pristo versus Gunther for the world title. Who you
This
got?
was kind of hard to me, but I think it's
Hmm
gonna be Damon.
I'm thinking it's going to be Damian too because we got Bash in Berlin. And how about Gunther wins the title in his fucking hometown?
Way better.
Yes. So then we have the main event, Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes. Who do you have?
Cody has to finish the chapter to this story.
I think so, but I also think Roman's coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Roman's coming back after the match. Cody's gonna win. Solo's gonna jump him, and like while Solo's beating the hell out of him, Paul Heyman comes out. Then Roman comes out. Roman's back,
Yay. Now,
and
do
uh-huh.
does Jimmy come back with him?
No, because I was just about to explain how I feel like this is gonna go down. Like this is what's gonna happen. He's gonna come back, and he's gonna see the bloodline, and then on Monday, he's gonna go talk to Jay, and then he's gonna talk to Jimmy, and he's gonna get everybody back together, and he's also gonna get an extra member, which is gonna be Zilla, and
Okay,
that's how things are gonna go.
cool. So you don't
So
think
yeah, it's
what you call it has anything to do with it? Sammy, like people predicting. I don't either. I'm just saying your prediction. You don't think Sammy has anything to do with it?
it's first off, it's way too far before we can add Sami to it because Sami is going to be the last piece because they're going to have too many members on their side because remember Talatanga is also going to be on the new Savage Bloodline side.
Yeah.
So there has to be an equal amount on both sides. And if Zilla is on the side of the original bloodline, we also could bring in Sami.
Okay.
So I think Sami would work there. And for everybody who's like, oh, we should bring Cody in, no. Cody's moving on to Randy Orton, and then, like Renegade said, also to Kevin Owens. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm just about to say that like Cody wouldn't necessarily work, but Kevin would.
yeah. But Cody is going to be Cody versus Randy, then Cody versus Kevin, and that's Cody's story until November or December or whenever. So
Like when
yeah,
does Randy turn on him?
um, right after SummerSlam,
Awesome.
like probably the next week, he's definitely going to turn on him real quick.
Hope so.
But yeah, this is it's going to be fun because everybody's expecting Roman. If Roman doesn't show up, I I, I would be shocked.
Same.
Like I would be so shocked if he didn't show up. Like, wait, what? That doesn't work. Like he's supposed to show up.
Someone had a theory, right?
Hmm.
That in the middle of the match, Cody would be winning, right? And all of a sudden,
Hmm.
Roman's music hits, and you see someone coming out, and it's not Roman, it's Tala.
Okay.
That just to fuck
I
Cody up,
mean,
so so
li-
Solo could win. I don't think it's gonna happen, but you know, someone had that theory.
listen, listen. I can see Tala coming out in the middle of the match. That would be perfectly fine because that would also set up the reason for Zilla to show up and all of that. So I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
But like him coming out the Roman's music, it's only happening one time, and that's when Roman officially walks out.
okay.
Yeah, because like I said, I could see him showing up, but the music when it hits, it's only gonna be for Roman.
Yeah, because I think if they do the other route, a lot of people are gonna be pissed.
Yeah, it's gonna be real. Like it's gonna piss a lot of people off, and people are gonna be like, "Yeah, you know what? Fuck this. This is so stupid." Like even if Roman shows up later on and be like, "Nah, nah."
Like he playing, like fuck y'all.
Yeah. So like that's why I think it's only gonna be one time, and it's gonna be when Roman walks out.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the podcast for now.
Hey,
Any last words other than yay?
I'm about to say, I just said yeah. No, see you after SummerSlam.